Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's me, TheBladeGamer, of course, and in the last episode, we continued in the Water Temple. In this episode, we're fighting Shadow Link. He will mirror every move that you do. I'm gonna lock onto him and read his bio. This is Dark Link, conquer yourself. Now, if you lock onto him, he will fight you identically. So there is no hope of you locking onto him. Yet, if you don't lock onto him, you can hit him just fine with both your sword and pretty much any item there is. The most useful items here are the Megaton Hammer and Din's Spire. Din's Spire will hit him no matter what, but at the same time, you can run out of magic very quickly unless you bring green or blue potions. So it is not suggested to use Din's Fire. In all honesty, Dark Link is the hardest boss in the game if you don't know that you don't need to lock onto him. Otherwise, he's one of the easiest bosses in the game, especially out of the mid-bosses. So we destroyed him in an instant because we didn't lock onto him. And now we see that this room was just a mirage. It wasn't actually an endless open room. And I really love this about the Water Temple. And in here we have the main dungeon item. We have the Longshot! It's an upgraded hookshot. It extends twice as far. So it literally replaces the hookshot and extends twice as far. I honestly wish that they made this, the hookshot extend doubly far in the beginning and just give us a cool new item in the Water Temple. But unfortunately that's not the case. But the Longshot, is the single most useful item in the game. I kind of consider the Longshot and the hookshot as one, and therefore the hookshot is the most important item of the game. But if you want to get into the technical aspects of it, it's the Longshot that's the most useful. There's a time block there that Navi is pointing out that we want to get rid of. And now we can jump down. And now we're in a fairly difficult area. Link, be careful. Don't get swallowed by the vortexes. Yeah, well that's a hint as far as what would happen. What you want to do is jump in and equip the iron boots. And your iron boots are going to be in it for the long haul here. Because you need them the whole time. Be aware of your surroundings because there is a gold skulltula in this room. There's actually two if I'm not mistaken. So always look out for the gold skulltulas. Always periodically look up on the wall. There's no gold skulltula. I thought there was a hookshot target for a second, but that was just the air bubbles. Roll to get over this one. And right up here will be another hill. Oh great, now I have to wait a super long time for Link to go back to the bottom before I can get back up there. So this can be really annoying because you can't really tell where you can walk and where you can't. Right here is a heart, which I am going to grab. Again, I'm going to look and see if there is a gold skulltula, which I saw one just a second ago. Maybe it's because I looked through the wall, though. Yep, there it is, see? Alright, so what you want to do is avoid going down the hill and just kind of roll your way across there. Now you can get the gold skulltula very easily and from long distances. So, we got our second gold skulltula of the temple. Now the rest of the gold skulltulas actually do require the Longshot, which is why we couldn't get hardly any of them when we first came here. Now this is very difficult because you have to kind of roll your way back up. Crap, I rolled my way into the vortex. So I am going to cut ahead, and I will see you all in just a moment. Okay, I did it somehow. Oh, that took forever, but I did it. I'm going to try and capture this fairy in a bottle, because I will need it later. Come here, fairy, please. Ha! Caught you. Alright, and that's just arrows, which we will be re-equipping our bow now. Alright, so now that we're here, we have another thing to go across. Now this is very difficult as well. You just gotta very carefully stay on this edge and climb your way up there. Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, there is nothing right there. I think that is just a trap. So what you want to do is aim, shoot this eye switch. Very quickly, hook shot to the chest. And sometimes you will go through the grating as well, but luckily they don't instantly knock you off if you don't go through the right way. So, now, you can take off those pesky iron boots. And we're back in this room. One of my favorite looking rooms with the water temple, of course. Alright, so now we can exit. Alright, and now that we have the Longshot, we can do a lot of other things much easier. We can move that block yet again. We can get several of the other gold sculptulas. So, I'm going to be cutting ahead to the various things that we can do with the Longshot now. Alright, so in the second floor of the central tower, once you have the Longshot, you're going to want to get up to right after where you raise the water level, and shoot your way up here, or hookshot your way up here, I should say. And there will be a gold sculptula right here. Alright, so now I'm going to cut ahead to another gold sculptula, so I will see you all in a moment. Alright, so once you've raised the water level to the second floor, you're going to want to stand right here. And you're going to want to shoot the eye switch. Immediately after... Oh, crap, you dang Tektite. See what I mean? That was on the third floor, and it jumped down and messed me up. That's the only thing that I can't stand about Tektites. I honestly could care less about them otherwise, but right here they're very annoying. Alright, so long shot your way across, and over here will be that block yet again, that pesky block that always pops up. Now, you have access to yet another small key. So I believe this is the last small key out of what's accessible to us right now. Now the last gold sculptula we can get right now is on the third floor. So I am going to go raise the water level and cut back to where we need to go. See you all in just a moment. Alright, so right in here with the room with the moving platforms, if you noticed earlier, there is a gold sculptula on the wall. Now, unfortunately we could not have gotten this earlier because we did not have the Longshot, but now that we do, we can easily get it. We only have one more gold sculptula left in the dungeon. Alright, so now that we have both small keys, and we have all the gold sculptulas up to this point, we are now going to want to equip our iron boots and go to the very bottom floor. And we also want to be on the north side, because if you remember, we needed the Longshot to progress. So, I'm going to ignore these guys, because they're just, frankly, quite annoying. Okay, I don't need to lock onto you. Alright, so, go down here. here will be a hookshot target. Over here will be a Longshot target. And now we can enter this room. Now this room can be quite annoying if you don't know what you're doing. But essentially, you want to swim across. Alright, don't look. Actually, I'm going to get rid of these tektites real quick. Because tektites are annoying, to be quite frank. Anyway, so go over here, swim very, 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 very carefully. Or if you prefer, use your iron boots to get across. To me, it's, just as easy either way, but to some, it may be easier to use your iron boots. Let's climb up. I'm going to equip my iron boots before I'm utterly destroyed by these tektites. And try yet again. If not, then I'm going to destroy the tektites, but, you just gotta keep trying. Alright, at least they knocked me up here. So now I don't have to worry about falling into that vortex. Alright, so in this room, it's quite interesting. Right here is a destroyable wall, which we'll grab really quickly. And thank you, Stingray guys, for being complete and utter idiots and flying directly into the bomb. So, yet another moving block puzzle. How swell. Alright, so you're going to want to pull it out, or at least open up that side as far as you can. I don't know why I can't break jars in this game. It makes no sense to me. And over here is another destroyable wall, yet it doesn't look like it. It's not really that hard to figure it out because it's oddly colored. Alright, now that we've pushed that all the way over, we want to jump back across. And pull this out enough to where we can get back on the other side and start pushing. Alright, so now jump back across. And start pushing. Now, I will admit that I do agree that as far as how boring and how long this temple is, it can be really annoying at times, especially because the music is kind of boring, to be quite frank, even though it is really good music. So I understand where people are coming from, saying that this is probably their least favorite temple, and it is probably my least favorite temple in the game. Well, actually, Jabu Jabu's Belly is my least favorite, but my second least favorite in the game. But overall, it's still a very well-designed dungeon, and I appreciate Nintendo for giving us something that isn't, completely and utterly a joke. So, get rid of these tektites. I was lucky and got that one. Alright. And I imagine you just want to step on this switch. And carefully jump across, or fail like I just did there. One thing that I don't understand about this game's design is, why would you make it to where you can't, ride up in the geysers so that you can get to the top of them if you fall down? Oh well, just one of those things we'll never know. So step on the switch again. And actually jump across the geysers this time. You can ignore the third one unless you just want to be careful, but at the same time you could also fall, and that would also be bad. So So one thing you're going to want to do is equip the iron boots and actually go where the oh crap, and actually go where the boulders were spawning from. And there will be a gold skulltula, and this is the last gold skulltula in this dungeon, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, thank goodness. Alright, so is there anything this way? Nope, a clam. This actually might be where the treasure chest is. And we got the key! We got the boss key. So now we can finally take on the annoying creature that has been cursing the area. So, I'm going to capture this fairy because it is my slave. And I am going to see you guys at the boss door. But unfortunately, I think that's all there is in this dungeon. No more treasure chests. So guys, we've run out of time for this video. In the next episode, we are going to be taking on the boss of this temple and getting rid of the curse in the area. This is TheBladeGamer. See you next time.